This is our letter writing station. The children write these most amazing notes and draw pictures. The youngest we've had is 3 years old, doing scribble pictures, and then she says, "That's a dinosaur stomping." Thank you, firefighter. We write the notes for her. She tells us what she wants, so she's very dictatorial, which is terrific. Well, I've just finished 5 years as National Vice Chair of the Australian Defence Force Reserve Support Council, so in charge of reserves, I suppose. And I've done lots of deployments overseas. I'm a humanitarian aid worker. Earlier on in my career, I worked in the Balkans, Bosnia, Kosovo, East Timor, with Interfet, and also Africa. And it's really just common sense. So I came up with this idea with my 2IC Robin. Everything that goes into the pack is stripped back of all flammable and combustible material. We, on average, every day we have about at least 100 volunteers, if not more, coming through the doors in 2 shifts, morning and afternoon. Today is a quieter day because they knew that I had done a truck drive yesterday, so not as many people came in. Through that time, over the last 10 days, we've packed 15,500 individual humanitarian relief packages for firefighters and first responders. So it's all labelled, and she goes along this production line. Every firefighter gets a lip balm. We're out of deodorant?
We're out of deodorant.
Razors. Okay, so we're out of deodorant, we're out of razors and eye drops. But everyone gets an item from here. We get pre-packed, wrapped in terry toweling. So these pieces of fabric have a dual use. They'll keep the cutlery clean, but they are dampened down from a drink bottle by a firefighter. They can degrime and really rub their faces. Then they can saturate it with a bottle of water, and they put it on their heads like this. I look like an idiot. And they're dripping wet, and they're going to put a helmet on top, and it's temperature control, so it's dual purpose. Tried to be sensible about it. I'll get you to roll that up. Then, because we've got cutlery, everyone gets 2 protein load. So they get a tin of tuna. We take any brand. We try to avoid ones with oil in it because that's flammable. And they get hopefully a high protein bar, or sultanas, or when we've got them, we put breath mints and other items like that in there, sort of mints, things to take the smell of the taste of the fire out from their mouths. Every female gets a multi-use pack, as well as, if we've got them, we put tissues in instead of loo paper, and they get moisturisers as well. And lastly, if we've got sunscreen, they get a sunscreen sachet. Well, we are one of the few aid agencies that have been allowed to operate behind lines because they know I'm trained in emergency service work and humanitarian aid. So the CFA and the government, Emergency Management Victoria, have allowed us passage past the police cordons. We don't cause a clutter because we don't ask for distribution assistance, or at the ICC, the Incident Control Centres. They know that we're there. We run our own distributions, and each bag is a grab and go bag. We have got feedback from firefighters all across South Australia, Victoria, who have received a pack, and I've seen it for myself. They pull out the pack, because the key to it is every single pack gets a handwritten note from another person, either a child or a concerned citizen from Australia, and even abroad, who are sending us notes to put in the fire packs, telling them that they're selfless, thanking them for their bravery, thanking them for what they're doing for the rest of us, and that this is just a small thing that we would like to have them have. So the firefighters and the first responders are all incredibly emotional and grateful. They think it's like Christmas. It gives them a lift. We've heard from firefighters' families across the state who contact us via social media, and firefighters themselves saying they were at their lowest ebb. They didn't think they could keep going. They were feeling down. They're feeling isolated. It's a huge effort. They're doing five-day shifts in the fires. Walls of blaze, everything's acrid around them. They're exhausted. And they say it gives them a boost. People want to be galvanised. This is a war on fire, and the community across Australia and even across the world understand that this is a war on fire, and they want to contribute. They want to have busy hands. Sacrifice and selflessness is our first responders. It's the police, it's the firefighters, it's the SES. It's the people who stand shoulder to shoulder against a blazing inferno to keep the rest of us safe. That is sacrifice, and that is what we define as bravery, and what all these people in the room behind me recognise.